College Game Day is built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
All right, guys.
New York Giants have 2 picks in the top 10, including number 5.
Don't worry, my mic is not hooked up yet. But welcome back. Yeah, it's draft day today. Patriot Blitz draft day. Our pick is in live analysis. It's Clutch Sports Media 365. Thank y'all for tuning in, everybody. Stay tuned, stay clutch. We back in the building. Don't worry.
In partnership with the Tragedy Program for Survivor, TAPS, one of the NFL's career service partners, we are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C. Loki. We are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C.
So we had the number 5 pick now. We got the Giants on the clock now. Yes, the Giants are on the clock.
He is survived by his spouse, Tracy, and their 2 sons, Andrew and Afghanistan. Major Volkey was raised in the Hudson Valley and was a lifelong fan of the New York Giants. A tradition he proudly passed on to his sons. Volkey family, take it away. A tradition he proudly passed on to his sons. Volkey family, take it away. With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select. With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, New York Football Giants select.
Avril Reese to the Giants. Avril Reese going to the Giants, number 5. All right, so we got Avril Reese to the Giants, number 5. They said the draft was going to start at 5, and that's what happened, guys. We got Carnell Tate, number 4, and now Avril Reese at 5 to the Giants. Stay tuned, stay clutch for this thing. It's about to get interesting, man.
Very instinctive player. Got to run and takes down. Got to rush up the edge. And there you go to field. I mean, this is the speed rush for us, playing them down from the backside. This guy's a complete threat, but people worried about is he's going to be a good pass rush. Watch this move right here. And he was a defensive end before he became a linebacker. I think he's going to be able to convert pass rush very quickly, in my opinion. This guy's a fantastic fit. Great mentor. Great, yeah. And the versatility, I think, is the thing that everybody is marveled at in his collegiate career. We always just wonder how they utilize him within his team. Remember, Abdul Carter, who was the first pick last year for the Giants, also on this defensive front. It'd be interesting to see how they use most of this guy. They try and burn him. They're loaded on the edge. Just wonder if he's more of an off-ball guy that can be more of a linebacker, just a difference maker there in the middle of that defense. He's had an early team through the first 5 picks of this draft. Fernando Mendoza wasn't recruited very highly. He was the number 1 overall pick. And Avril Reese in high school found himself in a similar situation. He was at a high school program that really wasn't producing very much. He wasn't developing. But then everything changed when he went to one of the powerhouse state of Ohio. I grew up on the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. The Glendale neighborhood area. Played for the Titans already from 5 to like 12. It's so many big names and from there. Some of these specifically that went to Ohio State. Troy Smith, Adam Moore, Cardell Jones, Dante Whitner, it's like a sense of like motivation, just knowing that they was once in the same shoes as me. Taking serious, he played a huge role in my football career. He one of the biggest reasons I'm in this seat today. He gave me an opportunity and he believed in me. At a low point in my life, going through a lot, it wasn't looking good for me, but took me in and he saved my life.
I'm here with our Reese's high school coach, Ted Ginsenior, and his brother, Alex Reese. And Ted, I'm going to start with you. How can Arvell's success inspire an entire community?
Yeah, well, first of all,
The Browns have traded to the Chiefs.
This plateau in the Giants, we need to accept the whole club, I'm just so proud because it didn't have to be, but he put his head down.
The Browns have traded to the Chiefs, guys. We got the first trade of the night.
And Alex, what is it like to watch baby brother's dreams come true?
It's amazing. I tell them all the time, I feel like God's going to be in position great sport. He's the one that's going to make us strong. That's what we all proud.
Congratulations. Let's go now to Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Yes. Mansour Delane, cornerback out of LSU, baby. So the Chiefs got the cornerback. So Mansour Delane, after the Chiefs traded with the Browns to move up, they get the cornerback Mansour Delane from LSU. So the Chiefs get the first trade of the night, guys. This is good news. Stay tuned, stay clutch for this one. All right. So they Chiefs trade and move up with the Browns to get a cornerback. Yeah, they moved up their corner. Number 4, Carnell Tate to the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward needs him a weapon, and they got him one. Number 5, Arvell Reese to the Giants. John Harbaugh and got him a defensive piece for the Giants. They got rid of Sexy Dexy, so you got to replace him. All right. And then we got Arvell Reese and got him and brought him to be a Chief. I mean, got Mansour Delane.
Out of LSU is now a Kansas City Chief. We go back to the race right down and check it out.
Thank you, Reese. I'm here with Mansour's father, Jeff Goodwin. You just had the biggest smile as you were looking up. What was your reaction to the news?
I mean, for them to trade up was wrong. He respects the DBs that come out of there. So for him, it's great that you can still grow and develop. So we expect a lot from him. We're excited.
What stands out most to you from his game?
His commitment early. I think one of the biggest things that he transfer portal, and he better know himself.
Talking to Lane, I got this one wrong. I didn't see that coming.
You mentioned there right before the Chiefs pick that nobody thought Sonny would be available right now. Sonny is available. Washington Commanders are on the clock. Dan Quinn obviously loves all on the defensive side. And the way everybody has spoke about Sonny through the entire draft process and tonight, it's like, hey, you're getting a 14-year vet in the draft now, basically, Con, man.
Yeah, and when you're thinking Dan Quinn, his first move as the Commanders head coach.
All right, so
Bobby Wagner.
they move up and they get their cornerback, Montessor Delane. They get number 6.
That would be perfect in Washington.
What do they need in Washington? They need a
So the
safety.
Chiefs got him. Number 4, the Tigers got it there, man.
Oh, Jordan Tyson, maybe?
Guys, this is now we officially now have a draft now. We officially now have a draft.
Premium positions outside of Jeremiah Love been a running back. Once again, most people probably felt like that's the best player in the draft. But outside of that, it's quarterback, corner, wide receiver.
Bunker here in a second. Overall, Browns getting a swap. Obviously, they're to number 9, 74th overall pick, and 148 for them to bring in DB to replace in that space.
Oh, man.
Look at, they are bottom 6 in defense in 2 of the last 3 years. They were 27th last year and then 10.
Then we froze up. Oh, there we go. Back.
Second fewest last year. So it would not be size if they could.
There it is.
Ultimately, what we've seen is really Terry McLaurin. So if they wanted to go with Jay Daniels, maybe potentially, maybe Jordan Tyson, how they feel about him, but defense would be the side.
I made the mistake a second ago, but I would be shocked, Pat, if it's not Sonny.
7 pick. Washington Commanders.
There was a Mountaineers chant. Now we got this one in the bus.
All right. Funny stuff.
Commanders pick. Comes down.
B. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide. One player and celebrates their profound impact on and off the field. I'm joined on stage by Chris Wan and Jerome Bettis.
My dad knows style. He plays.
There you go, boys.
Please welcome its newest member to the prestigious club, Super Bowl champion and 6-time All-Pro Bobby Wagner.
There you go, Bobby. Ceremonial.
On behalf of the Payton Nationwide, I encourage players drafted this week to make their community and the league a better place.
Like that.
With the 7th pick in the 2026
All right, there it goes.
the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State.
But how is he inspired?
Everybody says
I mean, guys, this nation. Yes, that's right, sir. Pass Nation in the night.
things about Sonny Styles, and he dropped. Okay, and that was considered a draft nice. Sonny fell a little bit. Still top 10, still dog. And Washington met Mel. Feels like they picked up a Bobby Wagner replacement.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is a big draft for them. I mean, they're a couple years removed off going to the NFC Championship. You really think, hey, this team's really going somewhere. They kind of shit the bed last year. Obviously, injuries are part of that. But you mentioned it. A lot of people mentioned it. This is exactly the guy that Dan Quinn wants to get into the bin, mold him into the next, franchise linebacker for the Commanders. I love this pick.
All right, so now the Washington Commanders bring Sonny Styles in. AJ. AJ, the Buckeye. Recruiting, big night ahead. You come to Columbus. Your top 10 pick. Good for you guys as it continues to cook. Sonny Styles, I know you.
All right, I got to reset. We got to reset, guys.
I've been watching Sonny play since
not working.
high school. I watched him beat my high school, Centerville High School, in the state championships. And Sonny is absolute freak.
The Elks just couldn't keep up.
The Elks were bopping wood.
All right, here we go, guys. We're on the clock now.
Dunking on you in high school, that's kind of tough. I think he jumped over a few kids in that game. But watch him. If you watch all these clips of Sonny, obviously the physical tool there. Not many people have the physical tool he has. But look at his eyes, his discipline, everything about him. Tony even said he only missed one tackle all year. So to get a sure tackler that's also freakishly athletic and so sudden and has a burst to him, I mean, it's no brainer.
That's another rare combination too. Just kind of how that Jeremiah Love, we talk about that speed, explosiveness, and being able to take care of the ball, the fundamental stuff. Having a combination with a linebacker like that who is going to be your most athletic player in the building, and then also being fundamentally sound.
And he's mean as hell, remember? Yeah, we've talked about this. Like he got a hair trigger, as they say at times, which is a great
thumper.
Toes that line.
Yeah, Coach Kyle, you think he would have been a good Coach Carr guy?
If Sonny Styles?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this is a guy, give him a guy that can operate your defense and make the adjustments, which he did from that Patricia. I mean, he would actually just make adjustments on the field. And he saw formation. So this guy is a general. He's a quarterback on the defensive side of the ball. He's a great pickup for Dan.
Saints are on the clock. Schraig's down there with the ball. You think the Saints are looking for it down there with Kelly Moe, and the Shuck Monster might be the guy down in New Orleans.
I'll tell you what,
10 years.
This is a really good spot for them because the two names I heard tied beforehand were Caleb Downs and Jordan Tyson, and they're both on the board. So to me, you have both of these guys for the Saints. One is a wide receiver, and one is obviously a safety. Brendan Staley had Derwin James in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that was his thing. He loved it. I don't know if Brandon Staley, the defensive coordinator, has the voice in the room to say, that's my guy. They might just want to get Tyler Shuck a good deep threat, and that would be Jordan Tyson.
Connor, you don't think Brandon Staley's calling shots in New Orleans?
No, I don't. I think Tyler Shuck and Mickey Loomis is probably chewing his gum thinking, what can we do to make Shuck the next kind of guy in New Orleans going forward? But I'm still waiting for a trade, all right? We've been talking for weeks about someone trading out. I get the Kansas City for Mansour Lane. I don't care, okay? Can we get one for Caleb Downs? Can we get some? Just a little bit of explosivity. A little bit. Okay? I love it. It's great. And it's so fun to celebrate the Chiefs doing cool stuff. It's not. Let's get some. Can we get Jerry Jones? On a phone, please? Can we get something like that? And again, Mansour Lane. Great moment. Coolest moment of this guy's life. I'm juiced for that guy. I think he's going to be a hell of a pro. Yeah. But I mean, can we get something, man? I don't know. Maybe just a little.
All right, so I think we got it. All right, here we go. So
we didn't expect that one.
This guy's an Ingram coach.
It's good. He's got a good point. They're probably
Thank you, coach.
They're listening to offers right now because they need some people. The only other name I would throw out there, I know one's still talked about, Kenyon Suduka. You talk about a young quarterback. One of the best things you can do for a young quarterback is get a safety net tight end. I know we.
Maui, maybe great team from an offensive lineman. You do have an offensive lineman analyst that is traveling time.
You got Ben next year, the very first pick.
Right behind the camera, waiting for a big guy to get drafted. Now, when it comes time for the big guys to get drafted, from our understanding, it's going to go beat, Once one, made from amounts of it's going to continue to go. That's what you heard too, Coach Cowher, right? We're going big guy, big meat, more meat, another piece of meat. You got a lot of meat on the bone right now.
On the board. Offensive line early, defensive quarters will soon be on.
I'm just saying the tight end.
All right, go to Saints pick, guys. Commanders land one of the best athletes out, Sonny Styles. So the Commanders got Sonny Styles, guys.
Here's not a bad. For the Saints, there's no trade. Go ahead, Tone.
Tight end is not a bad choice. One thing to look at, I don't know if they're going to do it. The offensive line was 20.
So the Saints got their pick in now.
Last season, Chuck was sacked 31 times in 10 games. Go Maui Noah, would they go?
They've taken Lionel 2 years.
I know.
The only thing I would say.
Ruben Bain also still out.
Oh, I forgot. Ruben Bain, that's a good one.
They've taken the last 2 years. Chuck is still getting started right here. All right. Maybe look away from the big guy next year.
Well, I was going to say, when in doubt, you find the biggest, fattest offensive line that you can get, you bring him in. Especially when you guys like Chuck, okay? Listen, they made a huge mistake last year.
They got Jordan Tyson.
It worked out with Chuck. Oh, and by the way, Shador was a Pro Bowl, so it looks like, Matt Bell knew what the fuck he was talking about.
So the Saints take Jordan Tyson
here. Chuck's a guy.
Out of Arizona.
Make sure he is the guy.
What? The Saints take a wide receiver day one. I thought they were going to wait till day number 2, but they go and get him day number 1. Jordan Tyson. Stay tuned. Guys, the Saints take a wide receiver day 1. I mean, they didn't miss any time. They got they got Tyson.
That's a good one.
Need a big guy to get so we get AQ out here. Maui Noah has. Maui Noah has. Down than everybody else, by the way. If you've noticed while players are walking, Maui Noah is the one. The mod he is kind of resonating is huge.
Maui Noah, maybe great team guy, would expect nothing less offensive lineman. We do have an offensive lineman analyst that is traveling here back to his hometown. He's sitting on a folding chair right now, right behind the camera, waiting for a big guy to get drafted. Now, it comes time for the big guys to get drafted. From our understanding, it's going to go meat. Once one massive man made from massive amounts of meat. It's going to continue to go. That's what you heard too, Coach Cowher, right? We're going.
Wow, the Saints get a pick, guys. So they get Jordan Tyson and bring him in. Let's go. Who that nation got Jordan Tyson. They bring in Jordan Tyson. The Saints get their pick. The Saints bring in Jordan Tyson, guys. Oh my God, it's a nice pick though. I gotta give it to him. It's a nice pick.
I will say they're in a commercial break.
It's a nice pick. I will say that it's a nice pick. The Saints bring in Jordan Tyson, so that's a nice pick. I'm gonna say that. That's a nice pick.
Not bad. A lot of this going on. A lot of sing-alongs. I'm happy that the Pittsburgh people showed up in a big way.
They did.
Very friendly, Coach. And I think it's because you're here.
No. They're good. This is a place very special. They've been looking forward to this for years since they was named.
Saints have their.
I mean, dude, this is wow. The Saints get their guy, Jordan Tyson. And the Saints bring in Jordan Tyson.
In the bayou. As Roger Goodell, the commissioner.
6-11 last year for the Saints, and they bring in a receiver. They bring in Jordan Tyson. I mean, It's not a bad pick.
Go back to your shanties, people.
Tyler Shuck needs some weapons to throw to. He only had a live here. He has a couple more.
The New Orleans Saints, Jordan Tyson.
There we go. Congratulations, Jordan Tyson, who put together a pro day.
Oh man, Diana Siggins deleted her account. All right, so the Commanders get Sonny Styles. The Saints bring in Jordan Tyson.
Blowout that happened with a nasty
This is
shot.
one of those picks, guys. We got him in there.
Last year, pulled a hamstring. So that's a lot of injuries that happened. Guy could have scared people. Didn't get a workout. Hamstrings back. He's explosion. Got a lot of Odell Beckham movements in him. Can be an immediate igniter of an offense. Coach Cowher, your thoughts on the injuries, and then now him being a top 10 pick, officially heading down into Kelly Moe's offense in New Orleans.
Well, his position coach was Hines Ward at Arizona State, so he understands the pro football game. Good route runner. He will block, brilliant blocker. This guy's pretty special. I think the biggest question you've had on him has been his durability and his health. Love the pick. All the measurables are there.
I love Jordan Tyson getting an opportunity after injuries.
Yes.
Now on that note, it scares me a little bit. It scares me a little bit. Now, granted, with this particular draft class, they're saying he is one of the only five-star athletes across the board, blue chip type guys. So, I mean, maybe this is a play that makes the Saints a good team. They were much better than they were supposed to be last year. Kelly Moe seemingly having success. They have patience down there for them to be great in the NFC South. Shuck in the second year. Tyson get an opportunity.
So the Browns move back to the 9th pick,
Shuck surprised
and they get the pick now.
His second-year jump can be even bigger with how mature he is. You get another big-time weapon like this. You know, Brent, hopefully he stays healthy. That's the big. That was the only question about Jordan Tyson. So, but getting an unbelievable guy like this in the building,
congrats.
Move on the football field. Then you saw what he put together on the pro day. Like, it's a big-time pick, man.
Mental final.
I love to see it.
I like how emotional he is. I assume with the injuries, you know, it's a very isolating feeling. It's a very
All right, so they got offensive tackle.
Especially when
you got the offense.
Called into question. So him having the emotions that he's having on this massive night in his life, I'm higher on him now after seeing he's actually got snot coming out because he's so excited and thankful to be in the NFL. Coach Keller, I like the emotion coming out of Jordan Tyson.
You know, the one thing about Hines Ward, I know we drafted him in the 3rd round. He came in with a chip on his shoulder, and we talked about it away. So he was coached by a guy who played in the National Football League for a long time. There were a lot of people had doubts about whether he could do it. We drafted Hines Ward. Next 2 picks we drafted was Troy Edwards. We talked about him earlier, and Plexico Burris. And so he was constantly trying to prove himself. So I think that had that sense of, you know, have that chip on your shoulder. You are healthy. You go up there and just show people why you should be a 1st-round pick. So I think he has the right guy coaching him. I think he's got a great opportunity. Down there with the young quarterback.
Matt Mel, we know you love Shador. Tyler Shuck was a senior citizen last year whenever he got drafted. He's got another weapon down there, Matt Mel.
Yeah, I absolutely love Tyler Shuck as well. Obviously, not quite as much as Shador.
All right, so the Giants are back on the clock now.
Big, physical. Zach Tyson. Wide receiver, get for a guy like Tyler Shuck.
All right, so Francis Mayoa, there goes the other lineman off the board there.
Yeah, well, you know, that's kind of half.
So the line, so there goes back to lineman. We got back-to-back linemen off the board, guys. Batman.
Is that a home run anywhere? Is that a short porch?
No. Unless you're playing at some fucking Mickey Mouse, unless some Van Bananas maybe. Some where they play, you know, some fucking Mickey Mouse league. Not in the big leagues, though, but Tyler Shuck, you want to talk about big leagues? That's a big league quarterback. I love that they're kind of addressing, you know, the situation. Obviously, Chris Olave, great player.
So the Saints got Jordan Tyson at number 8.
Playing again. So, you know, see, I love Jordan Tyson.
Bunker boys.
The Browns get their offensive tackle now.
With the Chiefs that we had just moments ago,
Giants,
even though Connor wants more.
They're going to get their line built up. So now we see what they're doing with the second pick.
Pittsburgh hates this city.
What the Giants did with the second pick.
This entire
Oh boy.
all they have done is
They said the draft was going to get a little wicked out here. Oh, God, the draft got a little wicked real quick. We got one
This
trade
is a team that had the 6th overall pick and let these
between
guys fall
Cleveland
because
and
the
the
value
Chiefs.
for
We
a
got one
tackle
trade.
or a guard in this case. It depends either one.
And it
Truth
just
of the matter
getting
is, I think it's
interesting.
either Fano or Maui Noah if they go that way. Fano, of course, as you've heard all the time, played right tackle, but could also move inside. And Maui Noah is a right tackle. They could potentially play left, but has the back issue. So curious to see, but Browns here, while everyone else is taking these players, all along they've been feeding out feelers that, hey, we're not in the Carnell Tate game. We're not in the Jordan Tyson game. We're in the offensive line, meat and potatoes game.
More to
Let's see
go.
who it is.
And the difference between Fano and Maui Noah has always played right tackle.
We still got more to go.
Left tackle. His
So
last 2
again,
years he did play right.
we got back-to-back linemen that just went off the board. Back-to-back linemen that has gone off the board.
That went to the combine, which, you know, it's fine. It worked out well last year. So we'll just
Here's
see.
Raj for Cleveland.
We pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The Cleveland Browns select Spencer Fano. Tackle, Utah.
2025 unanimous All-American, 5th Utah player all-time to earn a distinction. A first in Utah history to win an Allen Trophy. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is our offensive line specialist. Man who's a Super Bowl champion coach, owner of the Shipyard, getting pancaked by the boys to make them better. Ladies and gentlemen, A.Q. Shipley's here. Hey,
What's up, boys?
Why was he the first offensive lineman off the board? And why do you think the Browns did this?
Yeah, we finally got one offensive lineman off the board. Now the big meat domino is about to take effect.
Okay.
Spencer Fano, as Diggs mentioned, played a little bit of left tackle. He will probably move into left tackle. He's a very good football player. He's got elite feet. He plays a little bit high in the run game, but very good hands, very good at recovering. But what I like is this Cleveland Browns team, they have revamped their offensive line. They lost Batonio, Wyatt Teller, and Poachich. They've replaced them with Omar, new offensive line, and now they add that 5th piece in Spencer Fano, who's going to be an absolute monster. Not my favorite offensive lineman in this draft, but he was my second favorite. Maui Noah still will come off the board very soon, but Spencer Fano, great pick.
Who is your favorite?
Maui Noah from Miami.
No concern.
Get the best technically sound, most physical, best technique in the draft, best awareness in the draft, the best lineman, and I think it's Maui Noah, but they got Fano, very good player.
Here's Roger Goodell. Maybe there's a more meat package.
Thank you
for the meat breakdown.
With the 10th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Giants, Maui Noah. Tackle, Miami.
More meat. Big boys, they said there's going to be a run. This was your favorite. You kind of just cut a promo for him. Why do you think this was the right pick for them?
He's the most technically sound. First of all, Cristobal is his coach, right? He comes from an offensive set. He was down there with Cristobal playing right tackle. He moves people. It's incredible to watch him get down, hit the hip, move people in the run game. Pass game, elite feet, elite bend, elite hands. And if you go back to the play where Carson Beck in the game where we were on the sideline against Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl where Carson Beck runs it in, they run a Liz protection. And when you don't have work, Coach Cowher, what do you got to do? You got to find work, right?
Yes,
when you find work, he sees a blitzer off the right side, comes back, peels, gets the block, Carson Beck walks in, touchdown.
Football IQ.
Football IQ.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that outfit. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so New York Giants go defense, offensive line in John Harbaugh's first draft. Kind of the most expected thing, but also from what you heard from AQ, do you love the pick, Coach Cowher?
I do. I mean, I think, listen, I still think Caleb Downs right now is a guy that someone's going to start coming up to get. I think he's sliding. I'm not sure exactly why, but I think this is the best tackle that was on the board. So, I mean, listen, as we talked about before, I know Fano went first, but, you know, I think these two tackles, it's a run right now. And listen, they got a good left tackle. Now they got a right tackle. And they got a young quarterback to protect them. And I get back to running the football with John Harbaugh. I like him.
Ladies and gentlemen, an A.J. Hawk chant has begun here in Pittsburgh. And a trade.
Whoa. No.
The Cowboys have traded
Caleb Downs.
the Dolphins
Caleb Downs.
up
One
to
spot.
number 11. Peter Schrager, Coach Cowher, A.J. Hawk. Everybody up here has immediately said, that's Caleb Downs right there about to get drafted. Schrager, is that all inedible here?
No, look, it could be Ruben Bain also. I just know this. They wanted one of those two guys if Delane was off the board and Styles those guys. But for the Cowboys, this is like manna from heaven that they didn't have to trade up and mortgage their entire future. They didn't have to give up the 20th pick. They're sitting there, and both Bain and Downs are there. I will note this. Christian Parker's the new defensive coordinator. He was the old DB's coach from the Eagles. Let's just say he's got who this pick was going to be. I would think it's Caleb Downs over Ruben Bain, but gosh, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're doing flips right now. There was a chance neither of these guys was going to be on the board.
But the Cowboys have needed defense
on the board.
The Cowboys have needed defense for years.
Absolutely. Both of
They needed defense.
So how many places did the Cowboys move?
Just one.
Right, yep.
One spot.
12 tools.
Or they get one of the guys, yeah.
Yeah, so Jerry said, we'll keep it interesting. Her owner said he's a little bit bold.
What'd he do?
I'll do everything I can. I'll move up one spot. I'm not going to go with D, but I like if they get the defense. Kind of sealed up.
Yeah.
They bring Quinn in, right, and Jets in a trade. Obviously, the Micah Parsons thing goes down before last year, and Jerry goes, they got Micah. We didn't. We tagged. I'd rather have 10 players than one player. This is all his reactions. Shoddy understands, I think, what they need. What are your thoughts on Dallas making a play here?
I love both of the guys Shrey mentioned. I love Ruben Bain. He was, I know the measures of Bailey and everything that Reese does physically. I love Ruben Bain. He was my favorite edge coming in this draft because of what he does in the pass game and in the run game. His power, how he uses his hands, how he uses leverage, how he gets around the edge.
Relentless effort, too.
Relentless
Sorry to cut you off. That guy plays hard all day.
He's the most. He's the guy you want leading the ship on one side of the ball. The same thing with Caleb Downs. He's going to make everyone around him better. He's a great communicator, pre-snap, great to run game, can blitz, can cover, can do everything. So I think that would be a home run.
The pick is in for the Dallas Cowboys. Coach Cowher, you like that they did this to ensure that they get their guy? They've waited long enough, is what they're saying.
100%. This is defensive player, and I think it's going to be Caleb Downs.
Okay, Caleb Downs, if it was, he has not allowed a touchdown as a primary defender in 2 seasons at Ohio State. 823 coverage snaps, 4 interceptions, 9 pass breakups since joining the Buckeyes in 2024. And remember, before the Buckeyes, he was at Alabama with Coach Saban, and everybody at Alabama said this guy showed up as a Hall of Famer. Bain now? Hey, that dude, when he decided he wanted to take over that Texas A&M game,
correct,
and basically every game, it was very evident. Now, him and Mesidor were an incredible tag team off the edges, but Bain was a special talent as well. Not that Caleb isn't. I love Caleb Down. I love both these guys.
Yeah.
But Bain was a monster throughout the college football playoff.
Yeah, that's right, kind of a win-win. But so with Miami being next, like Ruben Bain, Miami guys stays in Miami. He goes to the Dolphins right after. Like Jeff Hafley just got a Micah Parsons in Green Bay last year. Realize how important that is. He could go next.
Would you assume that this probably feel good about 3 guys, 4 guys, where they at with trade back thinking?
I mean, that's why you're going to start seeing the clock going down, I think, a little bit, because they're going to start talking about the fact you're sitting there right now, and I think you're sitting back there, Miami. You got 3 guys. That one of these guys goes. 2 guys. Let them draft capital and be able to move back up. So I mean, I think getting more capital right now. You can see what the people are doing. They're not moving far, but they're moving just enough to get a guy moving down. A lot of people are moving back down.
Field Yates has full draft compensation for the Dolphins Cowboys trade. Dolphins get trade pick 11. Cowboys traded also 177 and 180 to Coach Cowher's point. Could bundle later or just take more shots at the field, which everybody says is a deep middle of the draft. Middle of the draft. Phase. So they swap picks. We now have Cowboys pick. Okay, we're waiting in a commercial break right now.
The Dolphins already had 7 picks in the first.
Yeah.
Are the Dolphins over there? Hey, Gumpy in the truck, are you excited that the Dolphins said, you know what, we'll go back one, I guess, Jerry Jones?
Yeah, Sully's at the wheel. It's got to be Bain at 12, though. Keep him home. We need Bain to stay in Miami.
Well, so you think Jerry Jones could potentially say, ha, ha, ha. You think you're taking a Miami Hurricane? I don't think so. What if he steals them right out of the backyard of the Miami Dolphins, man? No.
Well, he could, but, they also traded a pretty penny for Sean Gary this offseason. Like, if you're the Cowboys, I agree. Caleb Downs, your defense has been hammered dog shit for a long time now. Take the guy who a lot of people think is a gold jacket. And if you're the Dolphins, you talk about all those picks, they're going to need to hit on, they need about 12 to 14 new starters.
What?
So,
there's only 22 starters.
I know. So listen, I get it. Sully's at the wheel. I understand. I'm very, very familiar with him. Jeff Hafley. Boy, next year's going to be fucking tough for those guys.
So, CBS guest Bill Cowher, you like Jerry Jones moving up one slot, and for the Dolphins, keeping a guy from the Hurricanes in was to work out would be great for team everything.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, the edge rushers, and I think Caleb Downs is the guy to me. I thought he was a top 10 pick. I thought he was even top 5. I love just the way he plays, the hybrid position. I think he gives you so many ultimate the skill sets, and particularly in today's game.
Yep.
You can get a guy that can tackle, he can cover. I think, again, you look at this guy, he's great in coverage, and a smart player, plays multiple positions. So he's very aggressive, and I think, again, he'll upgrade your defense immediately.
The 11th pick in 2026 NFL Draft, Cowboys select Caleb Downs. Defensive back, Ohio State.
Congratulations, Caleb Downs, who Bama folks whenever he's a freshman stepping onto campus said, this guy's a gold jacket guy. No questions asked. His older brother plays for the Colts, obviously a wide receiver. Caleb Downs said, I really wanted to figure out what it meant to be great. As in high school, he studied Brian Dawkins, Charles Woodson, and Ed Reed. They say he is a 40-year-old man in a 1990s safety body. The guy crushes people. He's all over the field. And the Ohio State Buckeyes do not get 4 in the top 10, but they do get 4 in the top 11, AJ. The Buckeyes loved him, Alabama loved him, and we assume the Dallas Cowboys are going to love the shit out of Caleb Downs.
Yeah, no, I think you can't discount the fact that all the expectations that were placed on this dude. Like you said, we went and saw him in Alabama, and the first thing they tell us is a gold jacket. He's a Hall of Famer. That's a lot to put on a kid's shoulder, and it seems like he has never flinched. He transferred to Ohio State. I live in the Columbus area. I believe he was coming to Ohio State, and he exceeded all expectations and was just an absolute field commander back there. And you always felt safe with Caleb in the back end.
Yeah, I love the big Shregs in the bunker boys. This big brain ball loving trailer.
The alliteration.
Hey, the Jerry Jones Cowboys were going to trade. They were going to trade. That's what everybody thought. They move up 1 pick. Caleb Downs is that. Now, obviously, on the clock. Shregs, how did we get here, you think?
Couple things. First, the Cowboys, to get Caleb Downs, if you were to take this a survey a week ago, I think most NFL GMs and coaches would say there's no chance he's going to be sitting there at 12. Well, they move up 1 spot, and they get who arguably might be the smartest player in this draft, and also might immediately become the smartest player, like as far as seeing everything on their defense from day 1. So they're doing flips. If I'm giving out a grade right now, the Dallas Cowboys have already won the draft tonight one, getting Caleb Downs. A+. A+. The value of getting that player this late for a team that needed it badly. This is everything. It's like the stars aligned, and if you're Jerry and Will McClay and all the guys on the coaching staff, you got to be doing flips. You got Caleb Downs, the guy's the franchise face of the franchise.
They were dead last year in points per game and passing yards per game on defense. So you just get the best safety that's come out the last, the smartest. Everything Shrek said, like that's the perfect pick for the Dallas Cowboys.
Force multiplier when it comes to the run game and the pass game. So getting guys lined up. One of the things you saw at the college last year, blown coverages. It's like that's something you can't see in the NFL, giving up explosive. So this is a guy that's going to limit those. It's time for him to show up and make a play. He's this happened. I feel like Caleb Downs him with that star his helmet being a great deer. He lives up to the expectations.
Downs, Caleb Downs.
Yeah, he's the second generation NFL guy as well, so you're not going to worry about him off the field. Kind of reminds me of when Pat Surtain came out as a prospect. Like I felt the same way about him in the corner from day one as I feel about Caleb Downs being kind of that hybrid star safety type player.
Yeah, also had probably the best three-piece suit I've seen at a draft in, I don't know, 5 years. I'm not sure if we can pull up what Matt Patricia was wearing in the background with those guys, but yeah, he also looked the Kangol hat on Patricia. It feels like he's found his look. And just how big is that having a guy coach for you in particular?
But Con, man, you're a fashion designer now. Like you're a fashion.
I don't know about look. I don't know about
look at you.
I mean, not everybody can sport a T-shirt like this. I burn on back.
Yeah, is it? You got to see Pittsburgh back there. You got Crafton in there.
Look, I know a little bit of good style. Coach Patricia. I mean, we've seen him before looking one way, and to see him in a suit with a Kangol hat, it's just beautiful.
Good for Coach Patricia. A real coming-of-age tale of a man who was at the top and then had to experience being Detroit's head coach. That's the way it goes.
What do you mean had to experience? He got the opportunity to be Detroit's head coach.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, let's do a report on what's happening right now. Dolphins are on the clock. They obviously just swapped picks with the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys take Caleb Downs. We would like to do an update from the internet because this show is on the internet. There has been no leaks on who the Dolphins are taking at this pick. It is the first pick of the night that there has been no leaks on the internet of who it's taken. Immediately after the Dolphins, though, we got some big news coming.
Oh, really?
Love the Rams.
Love this spot.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor.
Wow! Wow, man!
Hey.
He's gonna love Miami.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit. Get in the trenches.
AQ.
All right, so we always talk about a potential get you fired. So hopefully this isn't a move where you take a guy who has massive potential. I talked to plenty of people that said the good on this guy, when you watch the 10 plays a game that he is good, it is elite. It is Tristan Wirfs. But there is some laziness. There is some get beat inside. There's some get beat around. There's a little bit of that. So you're taking the 10 plays where you see elite and you are betting that this is going to be your franchise tackle. This is a guy that struggles with weight. Plenty of character concerns. You heard Nick Saban say, but he's going to Miami. This is a perfect place to sweat it out. Perfect place to sweat it out.
But got to go to the beach, so you got to be in shape.
This guy does have elite bend and elite power. When I turned him on against Georgia, first game that they played Georgia this season, he was bending down and taking people off of the ball. Now, again, that's one of the 10 plays where he's elite, but you got to take those 10 plays and hope that this coach and this team can make him do that for 60 plays.
Way to go, AQ. Way to go, AQ. Coach Cowher, the coaches believe that whenever he's in a building with them, he's going to be a star. He also had completions this year. He's powerful. He's got it all. Will he be the guy for the Miami Dolphins as they try to, rebuild and reestablish a culture?
Well, if there's anything you can do, is you can stay right with the same territory so he doesn't get too far away from your facility. But I think, like you said, gets a guy with a lot of upside. I think he flashes it on a consistent basis. So I again, was he the draft? We'll see. But I mean, they liked him and they feel good about him, and it'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
Congrats to Caden Proctor, Mad Mel. It sounded like you were certainly pumped for him. Iowa guy, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a turncoat. Committed to Iowa, then backed out, went to Alabama after Coach Saban retired. He, transferred back to Iowa for the spring semester, collected a little NIL, then went back to Alabama again to play there. Coach, just
He's playing the game.
Yeah, play the game,
Smart.
sure. In your time as a head coach, would you say that the guys who the general consensus is, hey, guess what? If we could somehow
But he's unbelievable with his hands, and he finishes. And here's the other thing. He did not need to play in the game Penn State. He played in the game, and he dominated. He buried people the whole game.
We like his mindset.
I do.
Penny Sewell goes to the left side.
It seems that way. If you're going to take a right tackle there, you're either moving him or you're moving Blake Miller to the other side. I would rather move Penny Sewell.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate that. Blake Miller, congratulations. Going to the Detroit Lions. They love big bodies. How do you feel about Motor City Dan Campbell, MCDC, obviously head coach of the Lions? He's got a lot of carry in him. He's got a lot of build carry in him. Those comparisons are obviously made publicly. Thoughts on the Lions pick?
Fierce competitor. I love Dan Campbell. His team's a reflection of him. He's tough. He's hard-nosed. No nonsense.
With the 18th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks, defensive end, Florida.
What? Oh, okay. Congrats to the Minnesota Vikings. That was quick.
It was.
That was quick. Hey, we're not dancing around here. We're going
That's
Caleb
a shocking one.
Caleb Banks is down in a house and I think that looks awesome. Congrats to Caleb Banks, back to the Minnesota Vikings. AJ Hawk, this guy is a giant. Did you expect this?
This is a bit surprising, but I was wondering where's all the big interior D-line meat in this draft.
I thought Cade McDonald was clearly the first guy DT'd. I mean,
that's what you would think, right, Coach? It felt like coming into tonight, that's what everyone was talking about. But I mean, they saw something they like, and as you mentioned, Pat, he's a giant human being, a giant human being that knows how to use his hands as well. Going off of what AQ was talking about, offensive tackles being able to use their hands.
NFL teams received a letter this week stating that after a CT scan on Tuesday, Banks is on pace to be fully cleared for full football activities in early June as he recovers from a surgically repaired bone in his left foot. He's celebrating there in the living room. Let's go down to the bunker, boys. Schrags, Caleb Banks is a Viking. That was a quick decision for them.
They got the card in earlier than any other team, as if there was a long line of people looking to get Caleb Banks. There wasn't. This was not a name I'd heard at all for the Vikings, and it's not a name I had heard at all by any other GMs as being a first-round prospect, early second, and there was a DT run maybe at some point with him and Peter Woods and Kaden McDonald. But I turned to my guy Tone Diggs. You got on him because I did not have him going in the first 32.
So this is one of those guys, kind of like Caden Proctor, not like the weight thing, but when his good is good, it is unbelievably good. He's dealt with injuries a few times in his career. His tape, and not this last season, the season before, was unbelievable. So it's a situation kind of like AQ was saying with Proctor earlier. Like there's 10 really, really unbelievable plays a game, and then there's a lot of plays where you want more out of the guy. 6'6", 330. Like if they can get the best out of him, he's an absolute freak.
Can I just jump in also on this? And this is where this draft is going to get a little more fun. And people are going to say, hey, look at the deal here. You have your 10 blue chip guys, your 15 guys. We thought this is where the draft falls off a cliff, and with surefire guys. So it's fascinating. Guys like Caleb Banks can go. You're going to see other names that maybe go because there are no more blue chip guys really in this draft. It's like 31 flavors. Baskin Robbins. What do you want? What do you need? Screw with everyone else's board. Screw Mel Kiper and my board. Phil Yates. You want? Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, watch your file first and foremost, Shrakes.
I'm gonna slide back down. I mean, it's take the guy you want. Don't worry about what everyone else has.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us up here, coach of the Miami Hurricanes after seeing Bane get drafted in beautiful fashion. Gentlemen, Coach Morrow, first of all. Coach, I don't like how low that seat is. I'm gonna drop down for you. So I don't like the way you look there. You can stand. You should stand.
I should stand. Yeah, you got it, brother.
Yeah, because you're way too big of an outfit.
Coach,
to down on that.
Die-hard Steelers fan. Love you. Huge fan. My whole life I've been this big, so I want to get that in the open. I am. I'm a die-hard Steelers fan.
Coach, what you've done down in Miami and the defense. That's that football team in general, man. You're doing a hell of a job.
Appreciate
Keep
it,
it
Coach.
up, man. Seriously.
Appreciate you.
He would obviously, and you know this, would love the physicality of your team and the mindset of your team. Can you tell us a little bit more about Bane and what the NFL is getting with him?
I think he's the toughest, most physical guy in the draft. I mean, he knocks you back. He plays with relentless effort. Coach, you know Jason Taylor. Jason tries to wave him off to catch his breath, and he waves him back off, says, I ain't coming out. And so that's what he does in practice every day. And every day in practice, it was him and Francis going at each other nonstop. So you got.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 studs obviously already off the board. More to come. Bain allegedly took the pads down to the pool area when recruits were there, trying to pass on a culture. We're beating people's ass. How big is that for your entire kind of Miami mission?
Physicality reigns supreme, man. You know, it's got to look a certain way. It's the way we practice. And if we bring a recruit on campus, he's got to be bought into that style of play practice. Now he's going to have an awful experience at the University of Miami.
Yeah, Coach, with Ruben Bain, what I was impressed with him, he's not just a pass rush specialist. That guy plays the run. Like, there's not many guys, I think, at the next level that can be elite at continuing that and being an elite pass rusher and playing the run like he does.
I think undoubtedly, and I think you see it not only in the playoffs, but the entire his 3-year body of work. He's got the most explosive get off. He's a big, powerful guy. He gets hands on and he knocks your ass back, and he knows how to use his hands. He knows how to get skinny. He knows how to go half-man pass rush and got a ton of moves, and he knows how to knock people back. And he set the tone for our defense along with Mesidor. Every single.
I know how to use my hands too. I'm reserving the right now.
Down, brother. You're going down.
Yeah, Mad Mel has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, you just mentioned Mesidor. My final mock draft, I had Bain going much earlier. What would you say? Do you think Mesidor is going to go before the end of round 1 here? And what would you say to teams who are kind of, bringing up this bullshit about him being 25 and that maybe scaring him away a little bit?
What's wrong with 25? I mean, you know what? It's like, just watch the tape. Both these guys kicked the crap out of everybody, did they not?
Yes.
Did they not face the best tackles in the country and whoop their ass and did it on a consistent basis?
Yep.
I mean, come on, man. Ball is ball, right? Let's not overthink this.
2026 NFL draft. The Carolina Panthers select Monroe Freeling, tackle, Georgia.
Okay, offensive lineman going, a lot of meat going. What are you guys in the middle of right now? What are you guys in already? You got spring ball? Hold on, AQ.
We just finished spring ball right now, and we're on the road recruiting, but we also have strength, conditioning, workouts, OTAs, all that kind of stuff.
We appreciate the hell out of you stopping. Congrats, you boys. Great for the program.
Coach,
kick it out.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah, keep the crew ass off.
Here we go.
Love you, Coach.
Great work, Coach. And now I can't believe that hung on. That's a good fight.
Strong ears. Strong ears.
That's a really good fight out of that thing. Thank you so much, Coach.
You too. Thank you.
Appreciate you. They're in the middle of their spring balls. All these coaches that are here.
Coach, congrats.
It's like a lot of them are in the middle of a lot of this shit right now.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I see the boys go. See the boys go. See the boys go. Got 45 recruits tomorrow morning. Got practice with
Signetic.
This probably the most important shit, though.
Yep.
Being familiar with your boys' draft day, because all those top recruits coming in, get recruited now 3-4 years now. This is where they want to be.
Okay, Q, put on Monroe getting drafted right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of coaches and outs and GMs that think this guy has the biggest upside of any offensive lineman in the draft. They love his athleticism. He ran a 4.9 40, 6'7". He's long. He's got all the potential to be a great one, but he's become better. He's a little raw technique-wise right now. He's got to bend. He's got to be a little bit more physical, a little bit more powerful. But this guy's got all the makings to be a great one.
All right, Carolina offensive lineman Dano joins us. He's been dancing since Ty Simpson got drafted.
He's hammered.
Roger Goodell's heading the podium. There was some big
Big news.
on the NFC East.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon, wide receiver,
traded with the Cowboys.
What?
This a huge move in the NFC. I know you love the pick for the Philadelphia
still a lot. They want to give him enough so that they can find out if he is their quarterback for the future for sure. The Delane to come up to 6 for K-State after him. They had to love him to do that.
Let's think about it here. We're at now pick 21. There hasn't been another 23. There's been another corner taken. So if you're Kansas City and you're looking at your team and you lost the 2 guys to the Rams and you also lost Brian Cook, the safety, to the Bengals, your defensive backfield was completely obliterated in free agency. All right, we have a 9 pick. Let's get the best and only #1 first-round corner that everyone has graded that doesn't have an injury issue, and let's go and get him. So at first we were like, okay, you're going to trade up to get Mansour Delane, 6 overall. That's exactly what they had to do because look at the board since. There wasn't any other corners to take, and that was a position in need.
Once the McCoy injury, the workout happened, and the 40 was fine. He ran a 4.3 40 or whatever. But they said the workout wasn't as good as they thought, and he had the best 2024 tape of all the corners. But once that happened, and you really only have 1 true first-round corner left. Yes, they went up and did that. I mean, but the surprise of the night is something that you knew was going to come. It was Ty Simpson.
I didn't know until midday today, and it wasn't a guarantee. And as I explained, the Rams were always into Simpson, but when they traded for McDuffie to the Chiefs and gave up that 29th pick, that dream was out the window. They weren't going to take him at 13.
Yeah.
But as they went through the process, thought might be available at 13. Well, a quarterback is a premium position. We don't know Stafford's history, and we love the kid. They absolutely love him. So could get cute and back and maybe get him at 17 or trade back and maybe get him at 19. But the fact that he just went 13th overall and they just stood pat and said, let's trust our quarterback, let's trust our coach, let's trust our gumption, and tell the critics and the haters, F off, we're going to make our pick. It's a quarterback and we love this guy. To your point, they don't expect to be a top 10 team next year.
Sure.
They don't expect to be a top 20 team next year. So if Ty Simpson is a quarterback they like, take him this year, don't get cute, and then next year, when everyone else is talking about the quarterback draft of the century, they weren't going to be players in it anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. A couple other ones that they just feel right. Caleb Downs to Dallas, obviously.
What a gem for them.
Vega Ioane to the Ravens. That's just a
no-brainer, the most Ravens pick ever, and I had it in my mock draft. If he was sitting there, that was going to be the guy. We didn't do enough analysis on. I had many coaches tell me he was the best lineman in this draft.
Yep. Yeah, when AQ said it, like, and he watched a ton of film. He is. I hear a lot of terms for scouts or whatever. Like, if it's a home run, maybe not. But he is a double all day long.
On the fairway, they say.
Yes, he's on the fairway.
That's it.
And like that's the most Ravens. He was sitting there at 14, and Bain was sitting there at 14. I knew one of those guys was going to the Ravens.
And Sadiq was there, and that was a possibility too for the Ravens. So it was like, do you go offense and get Lamar? And they did. They protected Lamar. When you lose Linderbaum, you lose a real big piece of the interior of offensive line. Look at that block. Are you serious? The poor UCLA kid he's getting there. Great pick for the Ravens.
Yeah, and then one of the one super surprising one of guys like that you did not expect to go.
18.
Yeah. Caleb Banks, 18 of the Vikings. I talked about it earlier. He's an absolute freak as far as the D tackle, 6'6", 330, has really, really good tape, but not a guy that was supposed to go in the first half of the.
No, and let's get to Roger because there's another Cowboys pick.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Malachi Lawrence, defensive end, University of Central Florida.
Roger Goodell with the pick for the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations to him. Let's go back to the bunker, boys. Yeah. We have Permanis getting delivered as we speak up here, boys. We apologize for the chaos.
Oh, jeez.
We apologize for
the chaos. We do too.
The bunker boys.
Is that a buffalo wing in front?
Yeah, there's a lot of magic happening here. Yeah, absolutely is. How do you feel about the pick, bunker boys?
Yeah, I had Malachi Lawrence going to the Cowboys in my mock draft. I knew they really liked him. I love this fit for him. He is tall, rangy. He can also play inside if you have to. And what did we say about the Cowboys? At 12 and 20, if they're defensive starters, that's a home run. And if one of them could be a defensive back and one of them be a pass rusher, great. At 12 and 24, and they pick up some picks, they get their guys. Caleb Downs and Malachi Lawrence. tonight was the Dallas Cowboys draft. I love what they got, and I love this young player.
Yeah, Pat, this was a guy who has skyrocketed since the combine. He came out of the combine, he ran well, he jumped well, and then the whole pass rush moves, his pass rush artillery is one of the best in the drafts. They say he does need to improve a little bit in the run. It's not an effort thing or anything like that. It's just kind of a leverage technique, but his effort is always there. One of the best passers.
I love watching the emotions of dreams coming true. Mad Mel, Jerry Jones, kind of in his bag here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like we said, it's all going to come. Listen, we know the Cowboys can score points. We'll see. George Pickens, I mean, he's probably getting traded. That would be my early indication. I don't know. But again, their defense was so goddamn bad that last year. Just terrible. The year before as well, the year before that. Hey, if you like this guy, if you think this could be one of those guys who kind of takes your pass rush to the next level after losing Micah Parsons, listen, Jerry's in his bag, bruh. Okay, it's about as simple as that. I like what the Cowboys have done tonight.
Cleveland Browns, who's their quarterback?
Deshaun. I mean, Deshaun.
Yeah,
anybody really but Dylan Gabriel, which is crazy.
I've not heard his name.
Not once.
What do you think of the Cleveland Browns? Just as a whole.
I gotta go receiver, Pat. Gotta.
Omar Cooper, right?
Omar Cooper or Concepcion from Texas A&M.
I like Concepcion or Boston here.
Okay, so Omar Cooper is incredibly smooth. Gets up in, makes great catches.
Yes.
Big fan of the way he operates. You're saying the same thing.
Yes.
I like Concepcion personally.
Here's my pushback to Cooper here in Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy is a possession, get open.
Shout out Jerry Jeudy.
Good player. So is Omar.
Dog.
So is Omar. I'd like a little bit more like vertical juice.
Dan, you like Concepcion or
I do. I like Concepcion. He's Jalen Waddle-ish to me.
He's also a returner, right?
Yes, does it and he's electric.
I think he's a different style of player than Jerry Jeudy.
He's a slot receiver,
The Browns plan.
Very smart.
Everyone got. It was no secret. The Browns plan this entire time with their 2 picks. It's going to be offensive line and wide receiver.
And there's 3 good ones left.
Until Monken does something you don't expect, like draft a kicker in the first round.
Boom.
We saw what listen, he missed the coach's photo at league meetings. We saw what he was wearing when he first got there. I wouldn't put it past Todd Monken drafting a guy who's playing, I don't know, right field for LSU right now.
Ooh. They're a good team. LSU's going to be getting hot.
Yeah, pretty tough.
They're pretty hot. There's a chance Todd Monken does do something special. You're a former Cleveland Brown. What would you like to see your former team do?
I mean, I think the receiver right now is the way to go. I mean, I really do. The best receiver that you think is on the board right now. And, and again, I mean, the quarterback room, Deshaun Watson, is he going to come back to being who he is? I mean, I don't know. I mean, they paid him, give him a chance with Shador, and so let that play out. But I think getting a receiver and getting a playmaker on the offensive side is the way to go.
Deshaun hasn't played 5-10 years. How long has it been?
It seems like that.
4 years, right?
Yeah, I think.
Looks healthy in the clips I see from OTAs.
I think I would lean towards just trying to see if it's Shador's job.
It is.
I would. And
what happened to Dylan Gabriel? Is he still a football player? Or?
Yeah, he is.
Shador, I thought I played him last year.
I
thought Dylan was better in the preseason.
Okay, and Shador's a winner. We saw that.
Dylan was not at the facility at all off season. I will say he was in Hawaii, it's fine, but Shador was there every day and Dylan wasn't, so that's at least a leg up for Shador.
They should draft
What you mean in stuff that the team was there, Shrek?
Like before?
No, in like
OTAs,
April,
when
when no one has to be there, but you can work out. So there was nothing, he didn't have to be there. It's not like he was missing anything, but hey, the extra effort, Shador was there. For whatever it's
worth. We know how it goes. That matters.
Monken said he wanted to draft him in Baltimore as well.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
He wanted him at Georgia, too.
They didn't build him up, so they trade him.
Nobody's saying it.
Well, a couple guys are.
Who's that?
Well, me, for one, I wouldn't stop fucking talking about it all 3 days last year because I vindicated that it needed to be said.
Tied.
Deshaun Watson comes out of Mad Mel. Deshaun Watson comes out of a 4-year football hiatus and he gets that starting job. It's going to be hard for you, I think. I think people are getting real loud with you.
Yeah, sure. Has that ever happened? Has that ever worked? Still waiting on a guy to take fucking 5 years off for playing in the NFL. Listen, hey, we're not playing flag football at some fucking local muni on Saturday, okay? This is the men's league, okay? So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do. And, Dan, that's real rich coming from you, okay? Sunday.
Yeah.
You drink one icy mango, you get pissed drunk up here, you start dancing around because your guy went at 13. So shut your fucking mouth and let's see what the Browns do next.
With the 24th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select wide receiver.
There it is.
Texas A&M.
Suck it, Dan.
Dan Orlovsky actually made it. I don't know if it was Dan or Tony.
I literally said Concepcion.
I said
You didn't like him
I
here.
love it.
You didn't like him here.
Let's go to the bunker, boys. Omar Cooper Jr. potentially very similar to somebody they already have on the roster, and Jerry Jeudy. Kate Shun, we saw him take, I think, 2 returns to the crib in the same day, same game. He's obviously wildly athletic and explosive. How do you feel about it for Cleveland in the AFC North, Tone?
Yeah, I mean, he was really, really good at NC State. Then he transfers to Texas A&M and just keeps getting better. He's versatile. He's dynamic. He is fast as shit. The only issue he had this year was drops, and he talked about that. It's just a concentration thing. He'll be fine in that area. But as a playmaker, just an unbelievable playmaker. If he gets the drops figured out, he's going to be really, really
Coach,
good.
Coach, have you ever drafted a guy or brought a guy in like a receiver, and they do have a problem with you? Is that something you can get better at? Get on the jugs every day, all of that? Like, I think a little bit of your hands you're born with. It's like instinct.
Yeah. I think you have them or you don't. I mean, I think it can get better, but there's going to be occasion.
You can catch all the jugs you want, but
it's pretty special with the guy after the catch.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I'm not saying him in general. Like when people say their hand, oh, you just worry about the drops. It's not something where you drop the ball a bunch of
different people because you get stuck there. It's your guy right there that you have someone else ready to go.
Who's the sure the search?
They got the guy they wanted.
I think so too. From the conversation
I love
earlier.
Coach Cowher.
For what that? You love Coach Cowher?
Oh my gosh, he tells it like this.
There was eyebrows raised down here when that news came out as well.
What do you mean the Makai?
We were very well aware they wanted offense. Now Lemon. Slipped inexplicably, so I'm sure we're phone calls, but I don't want this to be the narrative of that the Steelers, because it's all Eagles Steelers fans. They fight all day long, and that's the last. Anyone needs to hear.
want to, you know, set him up for any wild comparison or anything like that, but just really happy that we were able to acquire him.
With this college experience on the left side, are you open to having him play on the right, or how do you think you'll approach?
Yeah, I mean, Will's the left tackle, and like I said, Caleb has some versatility, so we feel like, you know, some of the pro day workouts that he did were on the right side, and we were comfortable with that. Again, he's very athletic, so I don't think either side will be a problem for him.
On the guard, would he be a thought process at either of those spots?
It's a possibility. You know, physically and athletically, like we think that's something he could do. You know, like most rookie offensive linemen, he's gonna have to get stronger when he gets up here. But again, that's something for Coach Marone and Haas and John DeCoster to kind of decide and see what fits the best for us.
And can you take us behind like the trade? Is that an easy one to pull off, or are you sort of like grinding the phones for someone grinding?
Yeah, I would say, you know, we've been working on the phones pretty regularly. You know, not only today, but you know, throughout the week, just you know, trying to find different continues. Today was I would say busier, just trying to feel out. You know, I think this draft, I think a lot of people have said, is a little bit unique. There were a lot of trades. There continue to be a lot of trades. I think there was one right when I was walking down here as well. But yeah, we were very active on the phones. You know, Ryan and Matt Groh did a great job of, you know, kind of working the phones and trying to understand where the value was. And ultimately, with Caleb still on the board, we just felt like, you know, giving up the extra pick to make sure that we could acquire him was important.
Did you think there was a drop off after Caleb at the tackle position?
We did. You know, again, there's still some good players at tackle and guard as well, but we felt like there was a drop off, and we felt like, again, just this best player available type situation for us at that point.
Any surprises for you over the first round?
I feel like I've probably been doing this long enough where nothing surprises me. But you know, I think just the number of offensive linemen is interesting, and you know, again, even with that, like the fact that Lomu was still available is pretty cool.
6 of the offensive tackles went in the first 21 picks. At that point in time, did you think you had a chance at Lomu? Like, what were you considering?
We didn't. The way the board fell, there were still a couple players up there that, you know, again, we were at that point, it was kind of best player available for us, you know, picking late in the round. And ultimately just, you know, other names coming off, and we were, you know, continuing to call around and found a trade partner, and maybe an unlikely trade partner in Buffalo. And, you know, we were able to make it work.
Morgan Moses, too, you guys have reiterated that you expect him back. Did you see kind of this benefit of bringing in Lomu to kind of work with Will Campbell and Morgan Moses this year and have that ability to develop with them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Morgan's been here this week. He's a tremendous leader and a great resource for young players. And, you know, Caleb's young. I mean, he's got a lot of things that he's going to need to learn. He had a great Jim Harding. You know, really excited to be able to get to work with him.
When you reset the board, kind of at the end of the first, what goes into that, at least from a logistical perspective? The end of the night here, kind of settings up for day tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll probably just do that in the morning. Probably, you know, it's good to remove yourself a little bit from it and just kind of focus in on what we need to do next. Obviously, we don't have an early round 2 pick, so it's going to be a lot like tonight where we're going to have to watch a lot of names come off that board before we can make something happen. So, you know, certainly understanding as the names have come off tonight, like where the strengths and weaknesses are for day 2.
Elliot, what did Caleb do during the draft process since his last football game was over to improve his stock? Or what did he do in your eyes from January on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the testing was excellent. We interviewed him at the combine. That was great. You know, this is actually kind of, we actually canceled his 30 visit because we had one scheduled and we just didn't think he was going to factor in for us. We thought he'd be gone. So his agent, Chase Callahan and Colin Roberts weren't too excited. They understood, and you know, here we are. So it's pretty exciting to be able to acquire him. But athletically, like some of the things at the pro day, the feet, you know, the ability to play right tackle, and then obviously some of the zooms that we did with them, you know, where he showed the intelligence that we felt like he had some versatility and would be able to play more than one spot.
Elliot, other players you may have targeted as second round possibilities you'd be willing to move up forward to get if they're in range?
I think that's we like to have as many picks as we can, and obviously we gave one up. So I don't know how likely that is, but again, if it's the right thing for us, which we felt like this one was, certainly wouldn't rule it out.
Elliot, how high was he on the board?
We had a first round grade on him.
Elliot, can you take us through how you found